What do you do when you have a sailboat mast and boom that needs to be moved, but you don't have a vehicle long enough to actually put it on top of the vehicle? What I did was I created a sailboat mast trailer for my bicycle. Now I used smaller wheels only because that's what was attached to the mechanism that seemed to work, and 2x4s because that was the easiest for me to work with. And I created a trailer 24 feet long, the length of the actual sailboat mast, and I used the ratio on the trailer from 2/3 to 1/3, 2/3 in front, 1/3 in back, so just like most of the other trailers that I saw around. And I thought this would help with the turning radius. Now as you can see, there's already the little wheels are already causing the trailer itself to almost scrape the ground, and I'll see that this is going to be an issue later on in the trials. And we trialed it for a little bit. We pulled it around for an hour or so, making sure that it worked and it wasn't going to fall apart. A couple weeks later, the weather gods shone upon us, and we were able to find ourselves at the Sand Point Sailing Center, putting the mast trailer back together and getting the mast strapped on. As we headed up the trail, it didn't take long before we figured out that the mast needed to be shifted back so that it was actually wouldn't put too much pressure on the trailer hitch. But the Brickman Trail that we're on here is nice and smooth, and it's also very flat comparatively to the rest of the trip that we're on. And as we found ourselves a nice warm up on this particular part of the trail. Since we knew we already had trouble with the sailboat mast scraping the ground, we knew that going up the hills into the Lake Forest Park and Mountain Lake Terrace we'd have more difficulty. So you notice a little piece of cardboard on the end of it, and of course this is sort of the trails that we were seeing. And you can see that sometimes the little gates for bicycles are not meant for 25 feet of trailer. Here we're on the interurban trail, and we had to stop at Performance because Pam's brake pad wore through and scraping on the rim. This fine gentleman here helped us put it all together. And then we were off and running back up a real tall hill going up through Linwood. It just kept going and going and going. It was just, first gear, pushing as hard as I could, going all the way up this hill. This hill took a long time to climb. In fact, most of this whole trail was about this speed. Sometimes when I got into second gear, I thought it was a good thing. And of course, I have real low gears on this bike here. But then we got past this part, and then we were on to the 525, which is a real busy highway going down to the Mukilteo, called the Mukilteo Speedway, and there's a lot of traffic, and but this is starting to level out because then we go into the downhill. And the trailer did real well going down the Mukilteo Speedway down the hill. When we made it to the toll booth for the ferry, they didn't really know what to do with us, but we got on the ferry for only $5.50 a piece, and then we made it over to Whidbey Island, and then another hill going uphill, crawling up the hills, a little bit of flat, but then there's the long hill going up to Cassandra's, and we just crawled up it, tired by the end of the day. This is the end of the 30-mile trip for us, but we made it. It was real nice.
We're almost there. Just has to go around this corner and we're at Cassandra's house. We made it! Oh. turning into that first driveway. Wow, we did it.